Hi, my name is Destiny of Curls, Coils, and Things, and today we are doing a full, honest review of Innersense I Create definition. So I have a few notes pulled up beside me just in case I forget some key information. So if you see me looking down, that is why. So let's go ahead and talk about how you can purchase I Create definition right now. You can either get it on the Innersense website or you can get it on a few online retailers, but there's nowhere really in person that you can purchase the product from right now unless you're by someone that is selling it in their salon that you can do a local pickup with. So that is something to consider, shipping and all those things when purchasing a product online. But if you were to purchase the product from Amazon, which is another retailer as well, you can get the product for $28 for 6 ounces, and that is $4.67 per fluid ounce. Now, there are other foams on the market right now that is significantly cheaper and work not just as well, but it does a pretty good job. So Mousse Def, for example, you can get that one for 7 ounces for about $2. Let me do the math real quick. It's $2.14 per fluid ounces. So this is not a cheap product. This is a pretty expensive product when you look at my entire lineup of stylers. It is not cheap, but like all the other Innersense products that I have tried, it is extremely concentrated. So I have used the product a total of 5 or 6 times, I think, at this current point of filming. It's either 5 or 6 times, and I looked at the bottle earlier and I think I used about half of the bottle so far, and I have a lot of hair, okay? And I've used this product a couple times trying to trial it out for you all. So to still have 3 ounces of product left is huge, especially since I've been using it for those 6 times, right? So that is something you can look forward to when you receive your Innersense I Create definition. It is going to last in your stash for a decent amount of time. If I was to consistently use it every week, this could easily last me probably about 3 months. So that is really good. When I use something like the Dew Mousse Def consistently, I can get through the bottle in like 2 months. So price point, it's still up in the air. I think as the review goes on, you'll see if it is worth your coin or not. The first 5 ingredients are water, sucrose, pellulin, which is a polymer, and aloe vera juice and glycerin. So that's your first big 5 in this product. There is a scent to this product, and it just smells like lavender to me because there's lavender oil in here. There is also some fruit oil in here, which I don't know what that is, but it smells pretty like lavender to me. So as a lavender girl, I really love the scent of this product, and I feel like lavender sometimes can go very medicinal and sometimes almost artificial, and that doesn't smell like this. This just smells like the herb. So the polymers in this product and the sucrose are working extremely hard. They are working overtime. They are doing overtime. The time that I use I Create definition alone, I would not recommend. I didn't even film the process because I was still just experimenting on my own, but I would not recommend using this product alone. I feel like it should just be used as your topper because it does have a really strong hold on it, and I kind of learned pretty fast after that first wash and go that the water to product ratio, you need to get it right with this one because the product is extremely concentrated. Usually when I use a foam, I don't tend to work on soaking wet hair. I tend to have a little bit less water in my hair compared to when I am using something like a botanical gel. But with this girl, you do want to add just a tad bit more water when you are using this product, especially if you are planning on using it alone. I will say if you are not careful with your water to product ratio, I Create definition will flake on you, and it has for me 2 times now, and that was when I was pairing it with Curly Magic and when I was using it alone. If you are not careful, it's gonna flake on you and it's not gonna be cute. I had a part in the back that was a huge clump. It was just clumped together because I did not go in and separate the curls back there, and it just felt like sugar. It just felt like sugar because sucrose is the second ingredient. So that wasn't that wasn't the most pleasant feeling. And I did have to touch up that section, but once I got the hang of my product to water ratio, it was fine. As far as application, I feel like it's as good as it's going to get, because at the end of the day, it is a foam. So after a while, the bottle gets really slippery. It gets really slippery. And I don't know if it's just because of the packaging that Innersense has. It's just a higher quality. And for some reason, I feel like it's a little slipperier than some of the foams that I have for some reason. So I definitely had to work at getting the product out and put it on my shower shelf, and after that it was smooth sailing. But even in the salon, when Liv was doing my wash and go with I Create Definition, there was some moments of doing like the product like this, just because it's hard to get the product out after you're in the midst of doing a wash and go and you're halfway through your head. Things get slippery, they get slimy, it's water everywhere, it's just so much going on that, yeah, it can be a little hard to apply the product. And I think I'm going to do a foam wash and go tips video relatively soon, because there is a certain way that you should be applying the product, so that you get your best results, right? And that you don't waste product. That's my biggest thing. I hate wasting product. So I think there is a key way, and I feel like a lot of people don't talk about that a lot when it comes to doing wash and goes. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that video soon, but right now I'll still go ahead and give you all a tip. I find that I really have to work on detangled hair, and I mean that you don't get slit from a foam, right? It's just part of the formulation. Like, there is glycerin, there is aloe vera in this formulation, so you do get a little slip, but you're not going to get that same slip like you would with a botanical gel. It's just not meant to be. So you have to make sure that you are really working on detangled hair, so that way you aren't using additional product to your hair thinking that you need more product, when really you just need to kind of work on your detangling and work on maybe adding just a touch of water to help you get that product through your hair. But I will say I Create Definition is able to distribute through your hair relatively easy compared to other foams that I have tried in the past. Okay, real quick, I'm excited about this new mic that I got. It has this little pop filter on it, so that way when I'm using words with P's in it, it's not gonna sound like I'm like jumping and trying to hit y'all in the face. So like shampoo is a word I use a lot, and I hate how it sounds in my audio, but hopefully this mic is gonna help me out. So I used it in my voiceover for my last wash day video, and I'll link that below, because we're about to talk about this wash and go combo of the Dew and I Create Definition. It is my absolutely favorite way to pair I Create Definition. There is a quick distribution of product. You don't have to really work it in and have that weight to your hair like Uncle Fucky's daughter. It gives you that bounce. This is day 3 hair of I Create Definition and Mousse Def, and you see all that movement, I love it so much. And you have a quick dry time. I had to go somewhere later in the day, and I was able to get out the door relatively quickly without sitting underneath the hooded dryer on full blast for forever and having to go in with my handheld dryer as well with my diffuser attachment. So that is my favorite one, and that is just probably because I am a high density girl and it takes forever for my hair to dry, regardless if I'm using my hooded dryer, if I'm purely using my diffuser, or even at the salon it takes me longer than other clients that walk through. It's just the nature of my hair, and so I feel like sometimes I reach towards stylers that may leave a little buildup on the hair, because Mousse Def will create a little buildup over time. I haven't really noticed if I Create Definition contributes to that as well just yet, but I will say that means that I need to bump up my like all-purpose shampoo use from time to time if I'm using Mousse Def consistently. But anyway, this is my favorite wash and go combo with this foam in particular because of the quick dry time, the application process as well. Plus, I still get a week's worth, well, I would say maybe 6 days of my hair like this until it's like, okay, girl, it's time to get into the shower because there is no definition happening anymore. And the afro is cute, but once it starts to get there, because Nashville weather is extremely humid, that's when the tangles are going to come, and we don't want that. So sometimes I do have to wash my hair on the 6th day rather than the 7th day, just so I can prevent some of those tangles. Okay, so the next combination that I used was Uncle Funky's Daughter Curly Magic and I Create Definition. I will say this combination is for someone that has a little bit more time to sit underneath the hooded dryer, and for someone that wants more of that elongation in their hair, because that Uncle Funky's Daughter Curly Magic is going to give you some weight to your hair. And I talked a little bit about this in my minimizing shrinkage video that you can check out, and I'll have that linked in the description below. This is also the same combination that Liv used at the salon when I went last time for my first maintenance cut. If you want to see that content, I'll have that linked for you as well. The next combination that I did enjoy was Innersense I Create Definition and Innersense I Create Hold. Now, this one is a little interesting. That hold was crazy, okay? And I'll have a full Innersense wash day video coming to you all relatively soon. But y'all been asking for this I Create Definition review, so you're gonna get this one first. But the other one is coming, I promise. Now, this duo is for someone that really loves definition. These are really two strong products when it comes to hold. I did find that because I love a fluffier wash and go look, that I added a little bit more water to I Create Hold before applying it to my hair, and I'll talk a bit more about this in the full wash day routine. But I did that so I would still have some movement in my hair, but if I didn't use as much water, it would definitely be a stiffer look. If that is something that you want to guarantee longevity, then I would say this is the combination for you. Versus someone who loves a lot of movement and volume, then using Mousse Def and I Create Definition will still get you that longevity, but of course give you a lot more movement. But of course, when you use something like I Create Hold and I Create Definition, the cast will break, and so you'll eventually get some of that volume because there is like glycerin and aloe vera in these products. But your hair gonna be stiff for a little bit, okay? So for my final thoughts on I Create Definition, I'm still like struggling trying to figure out if I would repurchase this or not. On one hand, it is a really strong introduction to foams with a stronger hold. I wonder what its direct competition will be in the future because Mousse Def doesn't really compare. It's more of a medium hold, and this is stronger than that, and I haven't seen or tried a product stronger than Mousse Def. So Mousse Def got blown out the water when it comes to hold with this product. But I will say with it flaking, it kind of concerns me a little bit because I feel like it's not the easiest foam to use compared to a Mousse Def or compared to a TGIN Rosewater Curl Defining Mousse, which I love. And then it's not at Ulta right now. So I think when it's at Ulta and I can start using coupons on it, maybe I'll be more amped to purchase it. But paying full price and potentially paying for shipping on Innersense website gives me a little bit more hesitation to repurchase the product. And the fact that I love the hold, but again, using this alone is just not cost effective, and it's just not what I look for in a wash and go. So this will always have to be a 2-product wash and go for me, and I love a 1-product styler. So to know that this isn't the 1-product styler that I had hopes and aspirations for disappoints me a little bit, if I'm being completely honest with y'all. But I think it is a very strong contender when it comes to combos. I have been reaching for it a lot, and it's not just because I've been trying to review it for you all. I really do enjoy the look that I get when pairing it with new stuff. So take what you will from that, but I think I am just being overly critical right now just because I'm doing a review for y'all, but it is a really good product. It is a really good product. I'm being very hard on the product right now. And I would love to hear your thoughts on I Create definition if you have tried it already. I really love what I'm seeing. I know I'm being a bit picky and a bit analytical about a styler at the end of the day, but I really do want to give you all my thoughts and opinions about this product so you can make a well informed decision when purchasing it if you decide to buy it. And if you do, I really want to hear y'all's thoughts because I need to know. I need to know. I've been doing a lot of talking, but I need to know what y'all are thinking. So go ahead and leave a comment so we can figure this out together. And I'll see you all in a little bit. Bye, y'all.